A live stream where you just randomize parameters inside of Serum 1? Sorry, we've already done that. It was Base Olympics round 1. My entire round 1 was just that, randomizing shit. Clearly you haven't. Clearly you don't have an IQ high enough to watch the Base Olympics. By the way, the video is pinned in the chat. So, yeah, wow, sick segue. Anyway, let's get this started. Hello there, and welcome back. My name is Paul, aka Modus. As always, I hope you've had an amazing week. And today is October 14th, 2025, which means Windows 10 is dead. No, wrong song. There you go. Windows 10 is fucking dead. How did you do it? Yeah, it was like this. There you go. It's dead. It's so dead. Windows 10 is now Windows Windows in the tent. What? I have an IQ of 112, but yeah, I should watch it. You haven't? So you really haven't watched it. Damn. Hello. Hi, Hacky. Hello. What's up? In case you haven't read the title, we are reaching Valhalla with this one, boys. We are doing some ambient sound design. I need some new pads done for our next sample pack, Mega Nova. Right? And, yeah, we're just going to see what kinds of existential dreads await us. I'm going to try to sample, to like source pads from some old songs of mine, and see what we can build. Maybe we can throw in some samples into Serum and resample them into completely different pads. We're going to use pulse stretch a lot today. Yeah, it's just going to be a day where you question your own existence. Yeah. And possibly finding some use for them in Mega Nova. The song. Rest in peace, Windows 10. I will miss you a lot. Time to switch to Linux. I would love to be able to switch to Linux right about fucking now, but there is one program that's preventing me from doing so, and that is FL Studio. It's not even DaVinci Resolve, because there is already a native Linux version of DaVinci Resolve. It's just... yeah. My other laptop, that one that you're seeing here with the blue glow, that's my other laptop. That has the latest version of Zorin OS, which is like a Debian-based Linux distro, and I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it. It's just an operating system that leaves you in fucking peace. Just lets you do your fucking work. That's it. It doesn't get in the way. Now, with some fiddling, you can get Windows to do the same, but there is still higher RAM usage and like all that. So I got the 22H2 upgrade recently. So like on Windows 10, yeah, but the issue is not features, right? Because Windows 10 arguably comes with more features than you need. It's just the security upgrades. And yeah, if you are on the long-term security thing build, you get some more updates. But yeah, it's just when I got this laptop, it came with Windows 11, and I just installed a completely clean super cut Base Olympics reference, super cut version, like downsized version of Windows 11, because I want the compatibility and like the latest like security updates and like all that, but with the peace of mind that it's not going to get in my fucking way. So yeah, anyway, I have disabled pretty much everything Microsoft has tried to throw at me. The Copilot shit, none of that in my computer. To my computer, Copilot does not exist. Okay, none of the recall shit, the telemetry is all turned off. So yeah, Microsoft, you ain't spying on me. But you are spying on me because you are watching this live stream, and we're going to do some paths, like I said. If I'll ever consider using Windows 11, I use a debloated ISO probably. Yeah, so what I personally did is I installed the stock ISO, and then after the fact, I applied the debloat tools, the Chris Titus debloat tool. Yep, exactly, that's the one. So I did that. I did a mix of that and then WinArrow Tweaker for the like classic context menu stuff and like doing some customized things. Okay. But yeah, if you want to go the debloated ISO route, it's probably it's pretty much the same. You're going to get pretty much the same result, which is just a very cut down version of Windows that's just, it gets to the point and it lets you work, right? I just got here. What do you mean spying on you? You are spying on me because you are watching this live stream. You are seeing my every move, even when I don't move. So yeah, guys, we're going to produce some pads. That's the third time I said that. Yeah, I don't want to beat around the bush that much more, so we're going to get straight to it. I'm really hyped for this because it's the first time in quite a while that I get to use Pulse Stretch again, and I just, every time I open it, I love what comes out of Pulse Stretch. So yeah, really exciting day to produce some pads and like get us just like in the zone. Armor noise mode. Hey, we might do some sound design and then Pulse Stretch that sound design. So we're going to make pads out of thin air. We're going to make pads out of the oxygen atoms in the air. So yeah, guys, welcome on Modus Live to Spook. The Spook edition of Modus Live. My name is Paul, aka Modus. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. FL cometh before me. Ooh, the background's spooky now. The background is orang. Which means, obviously, it's spooky now. Track, pulse stretching, best pad option. Yo, dude, remember on the Snowblind, the final live stream we did of Snowblind, the mixing and mastering session, we reversed we played the song in reverse, and there were some insane pads in there. We're going to do that today. In fact, it's probably the very first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up the Snowblind remix, play it in reverse, and sample it out the wazoo. So, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do starting right now. So, here's the project file for Meganova, the song, the demo song of the future sample pack. This is going to release first, and then a week later or something like that, the sample pack. Okay, so we are going to play this, but there's it's likely that we may not touch this part of the project at all today because I have a completely separate arrangement called Megaverb Playground, because Megaverb is going to be the name of this section of the sample pack. So we had Superverb, Hyperverb, Ultraverb, and now there's Megaverb, right? Naturally. But still, I thought I'd treat you to the Meganova, what I have of the Meganova drop, just where we were at last week, basically. It's just whatever we got to last week, which is this. Why so quiet? Why is it not? Oh, why is it so quiet? Yeah, you're right. Why is it at -40? What? Oh, okay. Okay. My bad. It's just I have two sidechain compressors for the FL audio source. First of all, it's my mic, and then it's the guest's mic. So in the Bass Olympics video, it was Neil Aluminum. So anytime the voice chat said something, my FL audio gated. But now, since I have deleted that audio source, it was compressing on everything. So it was using everything, aka nothing, as the sidechain. Right? There was no sidechain source, so the compressor was just acting, right? And it had a very aggressive ratio and threshold, so this should be fixed now. Yep, it is. Cool. Hi, Louise, what's up? Almost got it. Let's see if I can nail it. No, I want to get this right. I'll take that. Yeah, that's all I have. I haven't bothered to... Well, it's not that I haven't bothered. It's just I literally haven't had time to work on this specifically. I've been working on other projects that have higher priority and that I am not going to show on this live stream because they are too exciting. You guys would die of hype. All right, and here's what we made last week. Second drop. By the way, I have muted some of the Meganova phrases, some of the vocal phrases in the beginning, which means the parts where there's no Meganova, I haven't added the growls that would be required to fill in for those vocals. So that sounds pretty empty, but I intend to replace. So last week it sounded like this. Right? But the Meganova, I found out that it was too repetitive because it played too many times. So I just muted it, and I'm saving it for the last few phrases. But that means I'm going to have to add some more growls, which I haven't yet, so it sounds pretty empty. Right? And then it comes back. Look at that tempo! And I haven't finished that, so yeah, it's gonna get faster. 165 to 180, and then it keeps rising slowly until we go all the way up to 190. This is in pads, I know. I'm just playing this like as a treat to you. And then we're going to completely ignore what I just played and get to the actual pad stuff, because these pads are for the Meganova sample pack. Cool. Okay, so I already have a couple sources. This one I will probably not pause stretch at all, because this just sounds already so cool. I believe this was for a scrapped ambient song way back in the day, like pre-pandemic. But the sample ends here, so I have to find a way to somehow end that. And then there's this. which I have as another source. No Limits Ambience. Yeah, it sounds pretty No Limitsy, because it was made around the same time frame. And then this one is even older. This one was supposed to be Rise 2, the sequel to my 2016 song, with that one Looperman a cappella from Mona Moa, Rise. So this was going to be Rise 2 at some point, and then eventually it became Beyond Real, which I released in Dreamscape in 2016. So this was Beyond Real before Beyond Real. And there's a vocal part in here. I'm probably not gonna use that, because it's pretty obvious that the vocals are there. I might just try to AI remove the vocals and use the result as a source for pause stretch. There's a chance. In fact, we might just do that this stream, but the very first thing I want to do is pull up the Snowblind remix. The Snowblind remix is the very first thing I want to use here. So, I just need to find it in this sea of... in the sea of Snowblinds. A5... Snowblind, okay. So, you know how the Snowblind remix went? You know when you keep running, but your legs are standing still. But the part I'm most interested in is if you play this in reverse and then you pitch shift it and some crazy shit happens. I think it's gonna be cool if I disable the master limiter that I had for the song. So, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Actually, I'm going to chop this around and see if I can build a bigger pad. And see if I can throw this all into pause stretch so that it like seamlessly blends and forms one massive pad. That'd be so sick. So like crossfade all those bits, right? That's just a drop in reverse. Dude, you know what would be sick? If I just exported the instrumental without the drums of the Snowblind remix and we just made pads out of that. Dude, I think I'm going to attempt to open the finished Snowblind remix on stream live here right now. I'm going to try it, okay? I'm going to try it. If I can get to open the Snowblind remix, the finished project for Snowblind remix, and I say this because it's not 100% guarantee that it will open. It might freeze halfway through. It might open, but the UI won't work, so I'll have to close it again. But if I can just get to the instrumental, if I can just get to the project and isolate the instrumental, so turn off the drums and all that, we can make pads out of that, like big time. It's just Snowblind. Tasha, Snowblind. Snowblind. Okay, Modus and Agente remix. Fingers crossed, guys. No, wrong song. Guys, FL Studio is now loading the project file for the Snowblind remix with Agente. Oh my god. It's already opening up the tracks. This might just work. This might just work. Oh my god, it loaded so fast. What? How is it loading so fast? I thought we were gonna sit here for like 10 minutes. And like I would have to come up with some weird topic of conversation for chat. So we'll listen out for the FL Studio beep. If it beeps, that means the project has loaded. If it hasn't beeped and the CPU counter is stuck at 0, okay, that means that it hasn't loaded correctly and it's stuck. All right, okay. Ah, it's stuck. Oh no, it works, Why hasn't it beeped? I don't know. Oh my god. First fucking try on stream, look at that. Holy shit. Whoa. This looks a little empty, doesn't it? This looks a bit empty. Why is that? Okay, that's why it loaded so fast. Then what happened here? Maybe I just opened an old version of the project. But here's the thing, because the project is so fucking big, I have to pretty much restart FL Studio from scratch. Because otherwise it's not gonna work. Okay. I have... Oh yeah, okay. I saved several versions. That's why. Oh, actually, we don't need to open the full project file. Because we... But if we want the sounds without sidechain... Okay. If we want to turn off the sidechain, then yeah, we need to open the full project. So, I have it all stemmed out, but I have it with the sidechain baked in. So, we're going to try... Okay, let's open this one. Okay, I'm just opening the version with a lower PPQ, with a lower playlist resolution on FL Studio. This version I tweaked for the project playthrough video because the full-on version just wouldn't play correctly. Like, it wouldn't play at an acceptable frame rate for me to make the project playthrough video, so I had to lower the PPQ on the playlist so I could just like get a video signal of the project running and scrolling through and the frame rate staying somewhat stable. Okay, so this one is taking a lot longer to load. That's what I expected because this is the full project. Oh my god, yeah, it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger. Look at that. But it has already loaded the tracks, which is insane. It's insane. This is crazy. I'm about to load one of my biggest projects ever. Like from 0 to 100 on stream. That's fucking crazy. And yes, I'm aware it has been 27 minutes and we haven't touched a single pad, but I tell you, this is scientific work. We're doing this for science, and oh my god, it is working. It is working. It is working. It is working. Look at that. Look at the Snowblind project. It's humongous. It's massive. Okay, so no drums and no sidechain. What does this sound like? There you go. But then there's the orchestral section. Dude, we're going to make sick pads out of this. This is gonna be sick. Look at that. W laptop indeed, dude. This is I made a good choice. I made a good choice to spend big 4 figures on this. Okay, so I'm just going to throw this into the Meganova sample pack folder. No, a bundle. Oh, hard drive is loading. Okay, Meganova, Snowblind, instrumental, no sidechain, 32-bit float because it's without the limiter. Wait, we are working on the Snowblind remix again. Oh shit, do I need to send stems? What I'm doing is I'm exporting the entire Snowblind remix, but only the instruments without drums and without sidechain. So this is going to be a perfect source for pulse stretch. But I did forget to just scrub through the project once to load in all the Torah verbs. So let's just do that real quick. So what happens is the Torah verbs, when they load up, the first time you played it, the first time you play a Torah verb automation thing, the plugin messes up the pitch if it's like the first time it loads, and it sounds like this weird pitch down reverb. So I have to play at least once before I export. So I'm just scrubbing through, and look at that, 2 FPS, 1 FPS. But this is for science. All right, that should be good. Yeah, but you should still send stems regardless, but to me. Give it to a gente. Instead of give it to modus, give it to a gente. Alright, this is going to be a lengthy export. This is going to take at least a few minutes, so I'm going to need a conversation to spark in chat right now. What was the weirdest thing that happened to you this week? In the past 7 days? What was the thing that made you go, we live in a society? By the way, I'm going to show you the progress live, okay? So at least we have something to wait towards. We have something to wait for. Okay, sure. To me, it was God fucking me over 3 times. Damn. I didn't know God was that promiscuous. That's the word, right? Promiscuous? No, that just means confused. Oh yeah, no, there is. Having a lot of different SEX partners or... Okay. So I was right. Didn't know God was that promiscuous. My favorite ice cream went up in price by a whole €2. It was devastating. I feel you, dude. Because I wanted to shoot a video for my rebrand, but I needed sunny weather. Damn. But... Why'd you need... Your name. I know your new name. It has nothing to do with... Why would you need... It goes against your new name. 3 days ago we had sunny, clear weather, but I procrastinated. Yeah, well. His new name is Nathaniel. His new name is Poseidon. Yes, Poseidon. What? A new Poseidon song? Holy shit. The Pantheon will be pleased. Yesterday we started with cloudy sky, but as soon as it cleared up, my dad needed me for something, and after that I had 0 energy left to shoot. Damn. Your dad drained you? Holy shit. What did he ask of you that you had 0 energy left? To, like, run the fucking triathlon here, or...? Today was cloudy again, and it cleared up right as the sun went away. Damn. The storm will break just at the wrong time. Transporting 100 packages of wood briquettes for heating. Damn. Okay, so like for the winter. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense because we have what's it called? We have a fireplace at home. Like a estufa. Stove. Okay. Stove? Heater? No, like stove is as in the kitchen to cook. But it's more like a heater, like fireplace. Okay. Okay, so like there's a place that you shove wood into and it just burns. What's that called? Room heating apparatus. It's a fire. Okay, it's a fireplace. But I have a room heating apparatus that works without wood. I tend to use it for the winter here on my room for the streams. So in like the first couple weeks of January, and like that's it, because the rest of the year it is not cold enough to use the heater. Also, technically sunny after rainfall would be preferable, but I don't have the forecasting experience to accomplish that. I have a pro tip for you. Use the fucking weather app. Like they... Okay, that came out rude. Jesus. Use the weather app. A lot of the time they have like per hour forecasts, like hour by hour forecasts. So you can more or less tell when it's going to clear up. The weather app lies to me. If you've turned on location tracking on your weather app, the weather app almost always gets the location wrong. For me, it shows weather for Madrid, which is like a solid 5-hour drive away from here. It's like 400 kilometers away from where I live. That or the city center here, which I'm not. I'm close to the city center. I'm like a 10-minute drive away from the city center, but I'm not in the city center. I'm in a smaller town, right? Non-wood fueled room heating apparatus. Rolls of the tongue. Imagine heating your room in Spain. Yeah, dude. Heating the room in Spain, it's like actual sauna. You want a sauna? Turn on the space heater. That won't be unpleasant. Well, this is taking a while, but it's doing it. It's doing it. That's all that matters. We're like 70% of the way through. We're almost there. GLaDOS, the 500 megawatt non-food fueled room heating apparatus. Wait, I can do this. I can actually do this. The 500 megawatt non-wood fueled room heating apparatus. The 500 megawatt non-wood fueled room heating apparatus. It's perfect. Auto-tune Paul is literally just like male GLaDOS. Gla 1, Gla uno, and then GLaDOS. I am stupid. Wow, that was so authentic. Glatres. It's like AU5 and AU6. It's just it's like Half-Life 3, I believe. AU6, I believe. Glatres, I believe. Okay, we're at bar 160 now. Out of 179. Come on. We're doing it. We're like a minute away from pads. And 20 minutes away from an hour without having done shit. Great, right? Just great. Absolutely no prep work. This is what no prep work gets you. But hey, we're having a fun conversation in chat about space heaters and GLaDOS. And the lies of the weather app. The weather app hides the truth. Paul, can you pause switch the... I have an announcement. Eggman speech next. I actually can. In fact, I was going to let you guys decide, or I was going to let you guys have a say on what samples I sourced for my pause stretching. So, it's actually not that far off. Okay, it has finally exported. So I'm going to close the project now. I am certain this has exported correctly. It's a good export. It's a good export. Let's go. So now I just have to wait for FL to close. There you go. And now I'm going to open it again. And open Meganova. Here we go. Meganova! Jump up now! Immaculate, if you will. Yeah. I plan to have a breakdown in Meganova where I'm going to have a little melody line. I might just sing for the first time ever. For the first and last time ever. And it's going to be one of those like crowd chants, but like tonal crowd chants. La, 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 la. That kind of thing. I'm going to ask everyone to jump in on that craze like we did with the actual Meganova chant. So we did the Meganova chant, now we need actual chanting from everyone. I've been waiting for this. No, you haven't. You've been waiting for Paul Singer. That's not happening. There are better people. There are better people to sing in my songs. Okay? Mine's just gonna be like, say you're in the crowd and you sing along with like 200 other people, and it's that kind of like stadium chant sound. That's what I want. What if you just start screaming into a mic, but in a game with prox chat and record it, so it has a sense of space or something and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm probably going to do the exact same technique that we did for the Meganova chant, and it's just I'm going to record the same thing 50 times and then just overlay it all and get the chant and then add in your recordings. Okay, what have we here? What have we here? An actual 32-bit float export of the instrumental without sidechain of the Snowblind remix. Look at that. Oh, that's great. That's so cool. I didn't know it was going to be this good. When this goes through pulse stretch, this is going to be the best the best verb folder of any sample pack ever. It's going to have the best pads out of all the packs. That part's probably not usable. That part, this bit though. That's gonna be sick. Oh my god, we have so many cool pads. Opal's viola in reverse. What is that melody? Wow. And then I'm just going to Frankenstein this together. And I'm going to stop it here. There you go. Another sick. What? The entire track is can be. We can make like 10 pads out of this. Wow, that piano chord. Look at that texture. And this is from the breakdown. Chat, are you seeing this? Chat. Oh my god, this is gonna be such a cool session. Oh my god. This one's going to be the best one. So I'm just going to export all of these tidbits one by one, okay? And these are going to be our sources for the first few pads. Okay, I'm just going to fade that out. Make sure we have a clean ending to that pad. Okay, and this is going to be our first export. I'm going to create a new folder for this. Meganova. Pads raw source. Now I'm gonna call this Snowblind 1. Export. Yep. It's exporting. Okay, that's the first one. Is this a crossfade? I think it might be, yeah. Yeah. This is our second one. you go. This is gonna be our second source. Snowblind 2. This is exactly what it sounds like when I pump Modus tunes into my subconscious as I sleep and hear Modus in my dreams. Oh, dude, we haven't opened ball stretch yet. The best is yet to come. Guys, when we hit the 50 to 55 minute mark, y'all are going to fucking dream. This is gonna be a fucking trip through the stars. Doctor Strange style. Snowblind 3. Open your eye. It's like that scene. It's like that Doctor Strange scene. Okay, that's the third one. That's the fourth one. So by themselves, these pads are like mere seconds. But when I put them into ball stretch, they're gonna be at least a couple minutes each. Was ready to have sweet dreams, Ambient DJ. Man, Ambient DJs. Ambient DJs, I feel like, is an absolutely untapped market. Just somebody absolutely shredding it on the decks, and it's just pads. Just like going absolutely mad, like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then just pads. Untapped market. There's so much money to be made. Okay, and our fifth and final pad is here, so I'm going to take the chance to open ball stretch. Finally, we meet again. This piece of software and I is like Toro Verb. It's irrational how much we love each other. It's an irrational love. So, we meet again at last. I have at least 5 audio sources to throw at you. I guess drag and drop isn't working. Okay. For some reason, the drag and drop thing is broken on Paul Stretch, so just gonna have to delete the. Okay, there we go. So our raw source. Okay, there it is. Our first sample loaded in, guys. At long last, after 51 minutes, the moment you have been waiting for. Okay, the moment you've been waiting for. Here we go. So by default, it's set it to 4 minutes, okay? I'm starting to hear a little bit. Oh shit! I haven't shared the pulse stretch audio. That's my bad. Let's see this. I'm gonna go see if I can find some sort of some sort of overlay to like to like recolor the entire stream. Listen to that. Listen to that. So this would be C major, C major with a sixth in there. It sounds like Bejeweled 2 somehow. It's more like I've made Bejeweled 2 sound like this because on this scene of the stream, okay, so on the full screen stream like layout, I have this background music. That is a pulse stretch Bejeweled pad. That is a pulse stretched pad made out of the Bejeweled 2 soundtrack. So if anything, I made it sound like that. I put that impression on you by playing pulse stretch Bejeweled music over my streams all the goddamn time. So yeah. It was my fault. It was my fault. Alright, let's hit play again. Ooh, brother. Okay, let's see if this works. I have created, supposedly, an overlay that when combined with the rest of my stream layout, will make it seem like we're underwater, boys. Oh my god, listen to that. It's growing. It's even louder. It's a funky version of pulse stretch. This is like this one's called Paul's Extreme Sound Stretch. Oh, the bell. Yum. That's how it ends. Holy crap. Oh! Okay, this texture, I'm gonna put it over the whole stream. Alright? And there you go. And now, I'm gonna go fusion mode. Oh wow. I'm radioactive now. Maybe if I go multiply. Okay, wow, okay, that's pretty convincing actually. Now what if I switch change the opacity? There you go. It's gonna make us. There you go. We're underwater now, boys. We're underwater. Look at it. We're underwater. Ooh. now I just need some bubbles. I need to change this. Hold on. And now I'll put the pulse stretch over the thing. There you go. Or not. Yeah. Let's have the whole stream be underwater. Okay, so what happens if I change some things around? Like say, fade in the same thing but makes an octave higher. What key should we save this pad as? What key, guys? You decide. You decide. Six? The key of 6 minor? What? Just all of them? C minor plus 50? Thing is, you can make it plus 50 cents after the fact. So, I think I'm going to not do microtonal, so you guys can make it microtonal after the fact. Okay? I do want to hear plus 50. Okay. You got it. There you go. Ooh. This is C minus 50. And now, plus 50. And this is one pad. Okay, I'm going to add the sidechain compressor thing to pulse stretch as well, because you guys aren't hearing me very well. There you go. What about turning it way down to G sharp? Let's try that. I have to do this manually. Okay. So this is C. Da, 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 da. There you go. Can you do 432? I'm not sure how many cents that would be. Try freq shift. It's not gonna work very well. It just makes it a little chaotic. Or 40 is minus 33 something hertz. Can you not just do minus 8 hertz? It's not in hertz, guys. It's in cents. I think I'm just gonna go for the regular C. So C is like a bass key, so you guys can then transpose it to whatever you want. Or D. Or C sharp. You like a lower MB? Okay. Oh, that's just lush. That's just so good. Okay. It's in B. It's done. Render selection. I'm gonna do 32 bits because I do plan to like cut it up a little bit more because the beginning, like it's quite a lot of silence before it reaches like a point where there's things going on. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy the folder path here, and just gonna go export it here. I'm just gonna call it Snowblind processed 1.wave. You're not seeing the export window, but I am. It needs more OTT though. The thing is, I don't want to over process it because it's a sample pack. Okay, so I just want to give you like the core of the sound, so you can then add whatever you guys want on top. You can transpose it, you can add the OTT yourself, you can make it microtonal, right? So I don't want to make it too complicated. I don't want to take flexibility away from that, right? That's the thing. So I just want to make it as flexible as possible for you. Okay, second pad. This one is just 136. Let's see about that. Ooh. This is very Tears of the Kingdom-esque. This sounds like when you're falling down to the final like boss area, when you're like beneath the Hyrule Castle and you're falling down to like this really deep cave thing where Ganondorf is, and just flying down to it. That's what this sounds like. No way I'm being dude, the game's been out for 2 years. Oh my god. The original is 12 seconds long. Make it underwater. So like filter it. There you go. Oh my god, that was so cool. Dude, no, that I don't even have to process that anymore. That's it. Snowblind processed 2.wave and render. Hypertranspad. Yeah, that sounds quite a bit like Hypertrans actually, yeah. Alright, our third sample. Snowblind 3.wave. This one's just 11 seconds long, and it's going to give me a 1 minute and 28 second long result. And this is F with the pitch shift, but without it. Can you put some bubble sounds on like David Attenborough telling me about the giant squid? The giant squid in its natural habitat. Its tentacles are a great force of nature. And its beauty is quite unmatched in the world of the sea. The chord changes are making this so much great, so much cooler. I can almost hear Opal's viola here. Wow! That's beautiful. Hey desks, we're making pads out of the Snowblind remix, and it sounds like this. So, I haven't even chatted yet. How did you know what's here? He just did an ad and saw it was. Oh, he didn't say hey. He said key. He said desk's key, not hey. So it's just a coincidence. This is great. Snowblind remix, but it has an ARG OST like Whippy did. Yeah, because it's the exact same tool. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so cool. We have, by the way, we have an underwater filter on the stream. Your screen is not broken. You're not tripping, okay? It's just we have this overlay on the stream. Yeah, D minor, this mofo. Okay, so that's one semitone up. Let's test that. Oh, not -1, +1. I was wrong. There you go. That sounds to me more like D. Do we export this one in D? Guys, choose a key for this one. E minor, so E would be now this is literally just New Year protocols. It's literally just the countdown. The countdown climax 2. Now it's personal. K Locrian. Okay, bro. E minor, but it's the octave down. Okay. So all I have to do for this is in the octave mixer, do this. So mix in only the -1 octave. Let's see this now. That sounds pretty low. The bass. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So guys, D minor or E minor? Kind of enjoying E. E is really cool. Figure shift. That's what you got. Okay. E wins. E wins. Let's do it. Wow, this is sick. All right, fourth one. Let's go. 18 seconds. It's going to give us 2 minutes and 24 seconds at this 8x rate. Let's try that. Ooh. Goosebumps. What project is this, by the way? This is supposed to be for Meganova. But these are going to be for the sample pack. We may or may not use them in the song. I don't actually know. Yes, the Meganova sample pack. Next year. This is so good. This is so uplifting. You've got the power. The little switch there. Ooh, ends in B minor because oh my god, guys, what key do we do for this? Do we do? Let's try one semitone up. I kind of enjoyed B more. How about B flat? I think I'm going to do this one. I think I'm gonna pick this key. So this is like B flat, right? B flat, my major. Oh my god, this is so cool. All right, and the last Snowblind pad. Guys, I'm gonna throw this poll for y'all in chat. What other song of mine do you want to see me throw into Ball Stretch? Because we're doing pads out of the Snowblind remix, but we could do this for a bunch of songs. As many as you want, because we still have a lot of time left. Okay, this is the 5th and final sample that I have for the Snowblind remix. 25 seconds long, 3 minutes. Subliminal VIP. The outro could be... Oh yeah, we could do that. and this is like several chords. I think I'm gonna keep this one at the original. I have two options to eat tonight. Leftover curry, which I could have, and then what's the other option? Did it not send? I don't think so, no. Leftover pizza that was made yesterday. Why don't you make curry pizza? Why don't you have both? Like you can have the pizza slices and then the curry aside. Right? I don't know. I'd have both. Like if you really want to, because that'd be way too much. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Pizza is always good. So you'd always want to have pizza, but here's the thing. You have to learn to delay your satisfaction. You have to learn that in order to get the good stuff, you first have to endure. So go for the curry first, and tomorrow you will have your reward. Go for the curry tonight, and then tomorrow for lunch you can have your pizza. And you will be rewarded. Because then if you have pizza tonight, the curry will be for tomorrow, and you won't be as satisfied with your choice long term. Only one meal a day, pizza for dinner. Only one meal a day? Okay, so you're doing like fasting? Like intermittent fasting? Eat both and gain 40 pounds. Yeah, exactly. That was my stance as well. Okay, so Subliminal VIP. Let's throw that in there. Yeah, sure, why not? I was thinking of Purified from 2018. Subliminal remixed. Copy the route here. Okay. Subliminal VIP. Okay, 432 would give us a 36-minute pad. But I'm in that insane uni struggle, bro. €300 in debt. Damn. Okay, here we go. But this is very obvious that this is Subliminal VIP. Also, there's so much space. There's so much space. Hold me. And so it begins. But Paul stretched. I think I'm gonna go for the outro. go for D. NYP pads, we gotta make that in Meganova. There's already the mother load of NYP pads. You just have to go to streaming stores, and there's the Countdown ARG albums. There's all of the NYP ambient music is in there. So just look for the Countdown Chapter 2 soundtrack, the Countdown Chapter 3, and then Chapter 4, and then Climax. Those all have the Paul Stretch soundtracks for streaming, and in my Bandcamp you can also have them as well, I believe. Yeah, so there's Climax, Chapter 4, and Chapter 3. So here's my Bandcamp, and you can get the soundtrack for Chapter 3, 4, and Climax, and those have tons, minutes upon minutes of Paul Stretch. Na 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 na. Hi, Wuhao! We're making pads underwater. Na na da da. This is gonna be a massive chord. Get ready. C major. Oh, the bass. Wow. And it grows. E minor. The original is in E. But I really like this in D, like the Paul Stretch version. Da, da, da. Na, da, 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 da. Hit me. Come on. There you go. I really like this with D though. Da, 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 da. Oh, the siren going down. Interstellar type beat. Okay, I'm going to cut up the subliminal VIP so I can only Paul Stretch the outro. Okay, because right now we are Paul stretching the entire track, And if I try to render that, all of this is going to be useless. Like all of the what's not the outro is going to be is going to be useless, and the render is going to take up so much more time. So that's gonna be a lot of noise. That's gonna be very noisy. So yeah. I'm gonna stop it before that piano hit. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. In fact, I think I might just stop that there because there's a lot of rumble and the airplane noise, the subliminal landing noise, and like all that. Nah, that might not be very clean. So yeah, let's just pause stretch this bit. Okay, let's just make a selection there and render. Okay. Modus samples, Mega Nova, raw source, super luminal VIP outro, 32-bit floating point. It's exporting. It's about 10 seconds left. Modus might be the Hans Zimmer of Spain. I don't know. That depends on what you think. That depends on your opinion. Because according to some people, I'm Pablo, and then to some others, I'm like a literal god, which I'm not. Okay, just that notion. Please disabuse yourself of that notion. I am no god. I'm just another human being, like you. I'm just another human being. It's just here for some crazy fun tunes. Subliminal VIP outro. Okay, 31 seconds gives me a 4-minute pad. Okay. I might be inclined to shorten that actually. I want to shorten that. Well, I want to make it like 3-minute pad. 5x. 5.8x. Ooh, the timpani hit. There's so many cool harmonics there. That's so sick. Okay, we got ourselves another pad. Okay, and this is subliminal VIP processed 1.wave. Let's render that. Okay, here's a pick of mine. Let's do purified, and then you guys tell me in chat which other songs of mine you want me to throw through the pulse stretcher. Do you have a pat me from Val's Galactica? I don't think so actually. I might have used some pads from the other 3 Novas in Val's Galactica, but not a pad made out of Val's Galactica. So that might be worth a shot, yeah. Let's do Purify first. And then we'll do Val's. The Dance of the Stars. Now, okay, purified. I pitched it up to E. Okay, see that. Ding, da, ding. Ooh. Okay, I want to increase the stretching here. Something like 7x. And it's going up, so it's just like naturally. Ah, this is spicy. Blue Paul indeed. I've just gotten on the water filter. If I've completely ignored the fact that if Jared makes a reel of this, he's going to be pissed because he's gonna have to color correct this entire thing out. Because I'm just going to give him a VOD that's just completely blued out. I'm going to give him the worst source material possible. I'm sorry, Jared. I'll tell you how to correct for this in DMs. If we want to correct this, maybe you just wanna put in like an actual like water caustics overlay, and then we have none of those issues. Like you could just use this as is. With the drums. It sounds like brass. It's not brass. There's no French horns in this. But it sounds like it. Saw waves, when pulse stretched, sound like brass. Dun, dun. Oh my god. There's so much good shit here. I'm almost inclined to try to load up the Purify project file 7 years later. Guys, do we do it? Because I really want to see this without all the drum stuff. I'm going to try to load up the project file for Purified 2018, okay? Let's try it. So I can do the same thing as the Snowblind remix. I can export it without the sidechain and the drums. Yes, I still have the project file for Purified. I have no idea if it's going to open or what's going to happen. Purified. All right, it's opening. I'm seeing the project notes that I had set to see on load, and it says you're not seeing this on the screen, but it says purify your soul, search for inner peace, and become one with music. That is me, my thoughts from 2018. Very deep, Paul Modus. This is back when Modus was spelled with all caps and my website was modusmusic.tk because TK was a free domain. And I just set it up on like this like dirty ass 301 redirect where it was just like an iframe of the real website, which was like some free plan Wix shit. Oh my god, it actually opened. Okay, it's missing a lot of stuff. For one, I no longer have Silent 1. Can you make the protocol do capoeira? It would take several days of rendering to make that happen, but with enough money, I mean, the computer, it takes a toll on the computer. It takes a toll on my electricity bill, the render, you know? So, you'd want to use me as a render farm for your dirty protocol fanfics. Could probably make it happen. Given enough cha-ching. Okay, let's see how much of this I can still play. Surprisingly, quite a lot. Look at that. Oh my god, I automated. I was automating the master fader. The mixer fader on the master is automated. That is nefarious. Please never do that ever again. Never do that, Paul Modus, ever again. Okay. I just unlinked it, so this automation can go scram. Oh my god. This is back when I had literally no project organization. This is how I used to do my sidechain triggers. It's fucking nefarious. Oh boy. This is rough. That'll do. That'll do, honestly. There were like some flams in there. Where are they? Like this? There you go. Nice. Okay, so that's my source then. I managed to open this project file in 2025 and it was mostly intact. Mostly. Wow, that's sick. Cannot handle the smooch. Vila Siren mentioned in the... Yes. Vila... Black Octopus Sound. Siren by Vila. You know about this pack, right? This was back when Vila was like the #1 ambassador for like FL vocals. And like anything she put out, everyone would absolutely like just... like pounce into. Oh my god, Vila re-synthed the vocals for Harmer? Everybody has to get that. Because, not gonna lie, it was top of the line stuff back in the day. Like, it was top of the game. In fact, I might be underusing this pack. I have more samples than I can use. I'm a bit of a sample hoarder. So, yeah. I'm going to export this as purified raw source. Raw source, not sauce, but raw source. Okay. And export 32-bit float. Yep. That's the jam. It's exporting. It's doing it. Classic. Corny gamer catchphrase? What's a corny gamer catchphrase? Gamer. If your sample library isn't pushing a 4-digit gigabyte count, are you really a real Mr. Producer? I can just tell you right now. How many... Like, if we're counting contact libraries, then yes, it's well over a terabyte and a half. But if it's just... If we're just counting, like, .wav files... I'm just going to give you the size for the non-modus samples, okay? Because I have a separate folder called modus samples, and that's just all the stuff that I've been compiling over the years, like I've been involved in or I've made, right? So my third-party samples folder is 289 gigabytes. So it's not pushing the 4-digit gigabyte count by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still pretty big. It's tens of thousands of samples, and I'm almost certain I haven't used like 5% of them. Like I've only ever used 5% of them. There's way more samples in here than I care to admit. Most of them are like freebies, things I've been sent, right? Like things that were bundled with my audio interface. When members look back at this stream, they're gonna be like, "What the? Why the fuck is the is the entire stream blue?" They'll never get it. They'll never understand that we're underwater right now. We're doing professional apnea. We are breaking world records, boys. Why are you blue? Walter Hartwell White. Walter White. Okay. The Hartwell threw me off for a moment there. I thought it was like some important important public figure. And then you read the White and it's like, oh. Okay, Control C. Raw source. 54 seconds gives me a 6-minute pad with 6x. I might just be taking some snippets from there because a 6-minute pad is quite a long time. So I'll close out this project. He does say that. That's not what I didn't doubt. I wasn't doubting that. You've probably watched more Breaking Bad than I have. So, okay, we're back to pause stretch, boys. And to no one's surprise, it should sound exactly like before, but with no drums. I watched it with my friends a couple months ago. The entire thing, I could never. I don't have enough time. The next movie I want to watch is Ballerina, the John Wick spinoff. And it's been on like my to watch list. On like my to-do list for like at least a month. I haven't mustered the time to just sit down and go, okay, I'm going to watch Ballerina. It sounds a lot tamer than before. Oh well, there you go. The noise tonal ratio is. Wow, I'm zoning out. I'm locking in. I think I know how AU5 felt now when he listened to our Snowblind remix. I think I'm getting close to what he felt that night. Man, I should honestly just... One of these nights, I should honestly just lay down in bed, put some headphones on, and just close my eyes, and for like a half hour to an hour, just listen to stuff like this. I think it would be like an out-of-body experience. One hopes to achieve a sliver of the nirvana AU5 has experienced. Yeah, but can you do it sober, though? Does the compress make it sound... No, it's the filter. That's what makes it sound underwater. And that's how it ends. I am exporting that. Man, if I leave all of these pads uncut, this is going to be a very big mega verb. Like, it's going to take up a lot of space. 95% of the 95% of the size of a sample pack is going to be the pad section. Would you guys mind that? If, like, it's a 1 gigabyte download and, like, 900 megabytes were just pads? Would you mind that? Raw source. This is purified, processed, .wave. And I haven't forgotten about Agente with the Vals Galactica suggestion, so let's do that. Let's do that. Songs, full songs, Vals Galactica, okay. As soon as this finishes, we'll export. Open audio file. Yeah, I'll just copy this and just go with Vals Galactica. There you go. 417 would give us a 30-minute file if I were to export the full song. Let's stay with D for now. It's gonna take a minute. Okay, starting to come in. Wow. About C sharp. Now this is very Xylent-y. Choose a number from 1 to 10, 6 billion. Perfect timing. This program is called Pulse Extreme Sound Stretch. It is one of many GUIs you can get for the pulse stretch algorithm. It's just the one I've always had. I'll send you guys the link. I'm aware that there's like newer versions of the pulse stretch GUI, but I haven't cared to update because this just works and it has all the adjustments that I would ever want. This is so Xylent, we are virtual. Cause this sounds like his first album. Like, what do you mean kinda? What do you mean kinda? It's exactly like we are virtual. If you've heard the thing, it's identical. Then again, that's because half of We Are Virtual is in C sharp, but ooh, the sub drop. No. Da, 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 da. Because this is just Valhalla Galactica. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to open the Valhalla Galactica project so I can strip the drums and the sidechain away. Let's see about this one. This is gonna be like a whole like run through time. Valhalla Galactica, July of 2022 is the last time I touched this project. I believe for the project breakdown must be. Valhalla Galactica has always been a favorite of mine. Yeah, it's just I hated it at first, and then it like grew on me to a point where I like it quite a lot. I'm very happy with it. But I think I hated it because I thought nobody would get the time signature, and then it ended up being like one of the biggest tracks that year, if not the biggest track of the year of 2022. Even bigger than the Dragonfly remix, I think. So that was insane. Yimwav, hello. We're currently loading a project file from 2022. We are making insane ambient pads out of past songs of mine for my next sample pack. And the results we are coming to, it's just, you hear it and it's instant. You're in space and you're Doctor Strange contemplating the fate of the universe. It's insane. All right, let's take off the mastering effects. And let's check this out. This is Vals Galactica. I've only had a couple errors for like missing samples, but and a couple missing contact libraries, but this mostly works. This was Pulse Stretch. This is Pulse Extreme Sound Stretch, which is just a front end for the Pulse Stretch algorithm. This is what we're using to create the pads, but first we gotta get them out of the file. Why is the piano missing? No, no. Why is the piano missing? Da, 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 da. This plugin failed to load. Because I loaded the VST version of it, but now I have the VST3 version, so that wasn't loading. That makes a ton of sense. That's very quiet. That wasn't the right piano sound. Let's just take the drums out and the sidechain out. And the razor out. Oh, and this. And there's the music box is missing. Okay, that's because of Contact. Contact is missing all these libraries. Music box. And if I go in here, it's gonna pop up telling me, oh no, Audio Imperia Jaeger is missing, and I go all this shit. But I actually know where this is, so browse full folder. And this is in Contact Libraries. It's in my B drive. Contact Libraries. Audio Imperia Jaeger and Victorian Music Box are both here. Oh my god, this is gonna take such a long time. It's almost done already. Has to go through the entire, oh god. So, Contact is looking in my Contact Libraries folder for the missing libraries, which is, I first made this track in my other laptop. And since I made the switch, some folders switch places. Right, because I switched to like a new way of like organizing my files, right? And so Contact is now complaining that the libraries that should be here are not here, and so I had to reassign them. This is very messed up for some reason, or not. I think this has like all the wrong assets, but okay. If it works. Oh, it works all right. It works all right. Actually, what if I take the melody away? Contact is, in essence, it's a rumpler, and it's basically you load libraries into it. So Contact is mostly made for orchestral library stuff. So you have some string libraries here, and you drag them in, and it loads, and you get to do cool orchestral stuff with that. It takes a minute, but eventually it does it. Right, so yeah, this just like loads a suite of samples, right? And you just play around with those samples. So it's like an instrument loader thing, right? So it's like a library player. Man, your track sounds so huge, so many good layers. Thank you. I'm not gonna try to like break this down because there already is a breakdown of this on this very channel you're watching from right now. So I'm just going to export this and get on with what I was trying to do. So I'm gonna go Meganova, raw source, Vals Galactica. Play to it, float, start. This shouldn't take very, very long. Definitely gotta check out the breakdown. I have a playlist on this channel where you can watch all of them. So, playlist, and then there's FL Studio project breakdowns. There it is. I'll just give you the link to the playlist so you can watch it all there. And then I have another playlist which is for the Snowblind remix. Because that track we made from start to finish on stream. Right? So if you've ever wanted to see like the complete process, for free by the way, complete process of producing a remix for AU5 that eventually won from almost scratch. There's that playlist as well. Okay, I'm gonna go play GD for like 10 minutes. I'm about to head out. Priorities for this man. This man knows his priorities. First, play GD, then watch Modus. That makes you a pleb. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Oh, wow. That closed pretty quickly. All right, let's go back to the Paul stretch, okay? And now let's load in the Vals Galactica. Le Vals du Galactique. Meganova. Le Vals Galactique. Gotta like really put in the French accent there. Okay, 39 seconds gives me 4 minutes. I'm gonna do a little bit less because we don't have any melodies in there, so. Ooh. Oh! That's clipping. Look at that. Look at that. By the way, if you're wondering about the the underwater filter, it's just I have it on for this stream because it's almost like we're underwater with all these. Feels like underwater, but it's just a gimmick. With the reverb leftover from the previous chord. Interesting. It's almost like you can sing the melody over this. This probably looks confusing. It really isn't. At least the parts that I use are not really that confusing. So all I use really for this is the stretch factor. So this is how much you want to stretch the sample. So this is the original duration of the sample, and I can set it to be like a 4x slowdown. So this gives me 3 minutes, or I can keep stretching it and get like days long files, right? If you stretch it 10,000x. And by the way, that's just on one mode. That's just on the stretch mode, because if you go to the hyper stretch mode, you can go from like the slightest step, like that's already 15x, and it goes up like exponentially, and you can extend this so far. You can extend this to be so long that it would take years, like so years long pads, and 1.23 trillion year long pad. So you would need more storage space than is available in the entirety of planet Earth to store this bad boy. And if I hit play on this, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I might as well. I could just blue screen. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's playing, but because this is gonna be playing for 1.23 trillion years, it's probably gonna look frozen. As you can see, it's not moving. And it probably won't move for a very, 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 very long time. So yeah, I'm going to spare my computer that fate and just stretch it till like 3 minutes. Okay, so 3-minute pad. We are doing a pitch shift. We're mixing in the higher octave. We're doing this tonal. Okay, so this tab is like to alter the heat death of the universe riser. Yes, exactly. Okay, and then so once you've dialed in how long you want the thing to be, you go into the process tab, and there's a bunch of things to do here. You can generate your own custom harmonics. So you can tell it the starting frequency of the first harmonic, and then how many harmonics you want to generate based on that. I've never really used this. You can pitch shift, which obviously gives you... Yeah, it takes a second, but... And the octave mixer is you can mix this same sound with itself, but an octave high, an octave below, 2 octaves below, 2 octaves above, and an octave plus a fifth above. So you can play the higher octave if you want. See that? Or 2 octaves above. Or you can have a mix of the original and the higher octave and have the volume. So it gives you this like tiny add-on on top. And then the other thing I use is the tonal noise ratio, which is just how much you want it to be noise. Well, if it's all noise, there's... Hello? Yeah, it's gonna be mostly noise. And then you can go all tonal, which is basically like spectral gating the pad. It gets rid of all the noise. I tend to go for like a middle ground. A little bit closer to tonal than to noise. So it gives me like nice tonal qualities while also giving me a little bit of like noise for the bright high end. It just like whoosh, like sea waves almost. And then obviously the volume. I've never used the binaural beats tab. Apparently this is just like an auto pan, so it can do some weird binaural effects. But yeah, and that's it. And then you just write to file. That's it. That's it. Let's write this to this. Whoop. And then go delete this and go vowels galactica processed.wave. And I'm gonna render it as a 32-bit file. That's not too bad. Yeah, it really is, and it's just that the UI is Ableton levels of ugly, but. But once you get used to it, it really isn't that bad. Okay, we have an absolute motherload of pads here. It's actually insane. Okay, let's go back to the Meganova project. We can say goodbye to Paul Stretch now. I think we have done the job. There you go. And we can step out of the underwater zone. So, whoa, we're back to normal, okay? And yeah, let's just wait for it to load, and we'll check in on the results of our pads, and then we can like finish the processing, normalize them in volume, and then export them as final samples. Whoa, you look red now. No, I looked blue before. You just, yeah, it's a bias thing. Okay. Let's make some pads. Soundstretch can go. And I had this folder here. Yep. Whoop. Throw it all in there. That's a bunch of pads. Okay. Let's start with the first Snowblind one. This one takes a real long time. Oh. So I'm just going to fade it in and maybe do some reverb on it. Faint reverb. Like maybe all the way, who knows. No, that's too much. Actually, should I do no reverb in this at all? Actually, I'd rather do this. Ooh. Okay, and that's pad number 1. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Intriguing. Actually, I'll normalize this. There you go. Same for all of these. I'll just normalize. That one's already normalized. This sounds like Code Lyoko. This sounds like when they enter the digital sea. Can I just leave that like that? Okay, pad number 2. I'll start from there. The bass comes in. There you go. So again, this is the Snowblind remix, but really, really slowed down. See that? Da 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 da. And then it's reversed. No one's gonna know, right? Right? Whoops. All right, that's the third pad. This one's a little loud. Sounds like the Digital C again. Hey, I might just call these two Digital C. Yeah, let's call them. Let's call them after like Code Lyoko stuff. Surely, no problem with that. Surely, no legal issues. No legal issues will arise from this. Oh. Okay, pad number 4. This one's so cool. I will have to shorten this quite a bit though. Oh, the 7th in there. Man. This is always one of my favorite parts. One of my favorite things to sound design. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shorten all this. Oh! The bass. We probably don't need that because that's just a repeat of this. There you go. I'll probably shorten that as well. And that's still 2 minutes, 10 seconds long. That's crazy. Okay, that's pad number 5. Oh. Ah, this is... I stretched this a little too long. This would be great for a dominant, for a fifth chord. No. These pads could be their own songs alone. Yeah, I'm making a new New Year Protocol countdown with this. Except New Year Protocol is done, and sounds like a movie underscore. Yeah, but what kind of movie would have like a 2-3 minute like static pad? Like they tend to be a little bit faster paced, like more dynamic than that. So this would be like a really specific, like bespoke experience or something. Great. Pat number 6. About the Subliminal VIP thing. Bye. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, see, these parts where there's a slightly more defined melody. Yes, this could be like big spaceship landing in a big space station type thing, and then like meeting with the captains of the ship and like doing the salute and a big American movie about space. Oh, that on the left channel. Yeah, this has like slightly more defined textures, whereas the other ones are like slightly more drawn out. Oof. Oof. That's so good. And this would be like goodbye theme. The protagonist is going to embark on a journey on the outro on the final act of the movie, and you see the spaceship slowly take off toward its final mission. And the wife there crying, "Please don't go!" Yeah, this sounds a lot like the Interstellar theme when the spaceship is taking off from the station, like going towards outer space. Like when the scene when Cooper leaves Earth, you know? Insane. Almost 3-minute long pad. Jeez. And this is the Vals Galactica one. This one's a little slower paced. B major. It sounds like the Snowblind remix all over again. That's that. Okay, we have our pads. Now we have to name them. Now we have to name these bad boys. People in chat, what name do we give this bad boy? Lessor? Lessor? Laddersaur? Ha! Nice try. I think Cygnus. For no reason. For research purposes. What's a okay, so what was the latest, most recent supernova event? Supernovae events. List of supernovae, Wikipedia, okay? I'm going to look at it. Supernova, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the most recent observation of a supernova. SN 2025 FVW. And it happened in the constellation of Serpens. And it was NGC 5957. It happened in that galaxy. So, Serpens 5957? Do we call that? Yeah, let's do it. Or just Serpens. Like the constellation. All right. Modus samples, Meganova, Meganova sample pack. This is now the Megaverb folder. Serpentese? No, it's Serpents, like there's no E in between. It's just or T for that matter. There's no T or E. It's just Serpents, like that. So what was my naming scheme for the rest of the sounds? Bass underscore. Okay, so I'll just go Megaverb underscore Serpents, and I'll figure out the chords later. Export. I'll export them in FLAC. FLAC 16-bit. Constellation is pronounced Serpentes. Says otherwise here. It says serpents. It's serpents in English. That's it. Stop trying to game me. You can't fool me with your vixen tricks. Okay. FLAC 16-bit. Compression level 8. Around 13 megabytes. That's actually pretty reasonable. Let's do that. And let me show you this. There we go. Taste rendering. Megaverb _ serpents. We'll figure out the chords later. No, it is not pronounced Serpentes. Shut up. Oh boy, this is taking longer than I thought. Bro's rage bait. No, you're rage baiting. What do you mean? I'm rich baiting? No, you're rich baiting. Yeah, if this was a wave, this would have taken a lot less time, but this is FLAC, so it has to compress. It has to compress quite a lot. Alright, that's one. I think this one we were gonna call the Digital C, or was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. Okay. Okay. You know what? This is the one that had... This is the one that had Opal's viola embedded in it. So if I take Opal's viola and I revert the name, it's Aloib Slapo. Aloib Slapo. Yes. So it'll be like Aloib Slapo. Opal's viola. Sure, let's call it that. Aloib Slapo. No one's gonna fucking get it. Only me. And that's the fun part. What's that supposed to mean? Am I supposed to get it? That's the neat part. You don't. And this is Megaverb. And Megaverb. Aloib Sapo. No, it's not Sapo. It's not frog. It's Slapo. Okay. FLAC 16-bit. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna ask Siri. You don't need to ask Siri. It literally says it on Wikipedia. Stop asking like assistants. The constellation is pronounced Serpentes. How are you supposed to pronounce Serpens with no T or E in there? How are you supposed to pronounce that Serpentes? How are you supposed to pronounce that, Serpentes? I thought it was the constellation. It is the constellation. You're talking. We're talking about the constellation. Serpentes is the genitive of the constellation, according to Wikipedia. So if it's a star from the Serpens constellation, it would be a Serpentis star. But the constellation is called Serpens. Look it up. Look it up. Hi, Catherine. What's up? You've caught us in the tail end of our insane existential dread ambient pad sound design session. We have made so many so many of these pads that make you question reality, like this one. Oh shit. Larissa got absolutely baited because okay, this is gonna be really funny. I turned off the channel point alerts for the Base Olympics event and I forgot to turn them back on, so Larissa just got absolutely baited by me. Okay, so I'll play that roast for you. I'll pay you back. That one was on me. Paying my debt. Why did you add that text to the roast? Am I supposed to roast you because you're paying your debt? How? I'm paying my debt, therefore you should roast me. You're too rich. There. Man, just listen to this. So now we're just in the process of exporting and naming our samples. Okay, this one I agreed on calling it the Digital C. Because it sounded like that one scene in Code Lyoko where like everyone plunges into the Digital Sea for the first time. We've agreed, well, or I have agreed on that. I have not consulted the chat for this information. This is the Digital C1. Bye, Larizor. FLAC, 16-bit, level 8. Let's go for that. So now it's just exporting. It'll take a minute. I like the skeleton. Yes, spook. That's for the Halloween thing. As soon as Halloween is over, it's being banished to the Shadow Realm. This is like doing some weird dance. Okay, next one. Okay, this is the Digital C2. Because it starts out very similarly. Oh. That's insane. That's insane. I still have on the clipboard. I've saved the Wikipedia URL for serpents, and now I have to go back in here and like just meganova, megaverb, this megaverb, the digital C2. This one will take a little longer. In fact, how about I'll do for level 5. Yeah, it's just a couple megs anyway. And that might just export a little faster. Oh shit, it's exporting on both wave and flag. Okay, that's no problem. I'll just get rid of the wave after the fact. My cat is next to me. Meow. Let's put that in the out of context compilation, Jared. I just saw an article here that says, starting today, artists and their teams on Spotify can report content mismatch issues pre-release. Okay. So if a song ends up on my profile incorrectly, I can report it before it even goes live. So that's nice. But then again, these things just like tend to like just show up. There's not really much of a heads up. And in any case, this seems like it should have been done as soon as this problem started. Like, this is too little, too late. Like, it's still a good thing to do, right? But it's just bare minimum, man. And their CEO is gonna keep paying for the AI drone shit. What do we call this one? Okay, let's keep on with the theme of supernovae. List of supernovae. There was another one in 2024 in the constellation of Camelopardalis. Camelopardalis. I feel like Camelopardalis is a bit of a weird name. So let's go for the previous one. Or maybe because of the name, because the name is so weird, people are going to be drawn to it and will want to hit play on it. Like when they first get the sample pack, they'll see Camelopardalis on the name and go like, what? What in tarnation? It's just like want to play it. A lot of samples, meganova, megaverb, and megaverb. This is Camelopardalis. I'll go, what the fuck is a Camelopardalis? Yes. Yes, so much. Okay, wave is gone. And yeah. August 12th, 2036, the heat death of the universe. That's surprisingly close. So on August 11th, we just gotta like say our say our last words. Do you have any pets? I do not. I used to have a little bird, but that was a long time ago. And then my sister used to have fish. And then the fish died pretty quickly. Because, like, it's not that we didn't feed them. Like, they were getting fed. And they were all getting their treatment and all that. I don't know, they just they refuse to keep living in this corporeal realm, so they just vamoosed into the 8th dimension. I can't believe I said that with a straight face. Then again, I am immunized. I am immune from Goofy at this point. Okay. Purified. I'll call this one Seeking Purity. Get it? Because the purified. Can't laughter. Ha ha. Goofy. Mega verb. Seeking purity or those who seek purity. Damn, that one's deep. That one's deep. Yeah. My cat's the oldest pet I know. I'm not too up to date on how old dogs and cats can be. I do know that for a dog, a year for us is 7 for them, I think. Or like that's how the saying goes. So a dog with like 10 to 15 years is already pretty old. Like 10 to 15 human years is pretty old for a dog. And then for cats, I have no idea. Those who seek purity. Hot damn. 88 in cat years. Dang. Yeah, that's... Your cat's legal. Like, damn. Maybe not legal drinking age. In the US at least. Because here, the legal drinking age is the same as the other legal ages, 18. So when you're 18, you're both legal and can drink. Subliminal. Okay, I have to call this something related to the subliminal landing. I'm in Canada. Yeah. Well, close enough. Verb. Bye, Catherine. Super USS Superluminal lands safely in the realm beyond. No, because the USS Superluminal will get... If we want to be lore accurate, with the the USS Superluminal is destroyed before the humans can reach the realm beyond. So, on a technicality, we would have to live in a parallel multiverse for that to be possible. So, USS Superluminal, Superluminal's last flight. Or just last flight. Let's just be like really cryptic about it and call it the last flight or like last flight. These names are getting out of hand. This is... It's like that one Steven Cymatics email. This is getting out of hand! Random snare. Jump scare. What are you guys having for dinner? I have no fucking idea. Probably gonna make myself a kebab or something. A big, nice kebab. Like a roll, you know? We're almost there. After that, there's just one more pad. This one's based off of Val's Galactica. What do we name this? Star Dance? Something like that. Star Dance. Dancing Stars? Star Dance sounds pretty good. Star Dance. Dance. Synonyms. Dancing. Terpsichore? Terpsichore? The fuck is a terpsichore? Oh, it's the goddess of dancing in Greek mythology. The goddess of dance and chorus. So, Terpsichore. Actually, that might have given me a great name. Stellar Terpsichore. Holy shit. That one's like down bad. That one's like really out there. That one's really, really out there. Stellar Terpsichore. It's like I'm trying to... It's like I'm coming up with a competitor to Starlink. Man. Stellar Derp Chord. Stellar Derp. Oh no. One of the most down bad names I've ever... Stellar Terpsichore. I name a track Stellar Terpsichore and I'm cancelled. People come at me like, what the fuck, Paul? What are you thinking? I'm sending you a copyright dispute for how fucking terrible the name is. I'm issuing a DMCA takedown Reason, poor taste in song naming. Stellar derp. A derp of stellar proportions. Well, and that's all of them. That makes for 126 megabytes of megaverb pads, totaling 18 minutes. 18 minutes. How long was the previous ultraverb section? Cinematic pads. It was 323 megabytes, but that was in WAV format. It was 19 minutes. Okay, it's ever so slightly longer, but that was like 20 samples. Here we have like 6. And there's already so much content in those 6 samples. And our final pads that we made today made 18 minutes worth of pads. No, that one's not it. This one ain't it either. Oh no, because we're on the pad section. Oh. Wrong samples. That wasn't right. It's mega verb. There you go. Holy shit. Those are some big boys. Camilo Pordalis is probably my favorite one. What's her name? Camilo Pordalis. But I didn't mean to say. I didn't ask for your full name. No, that's not my full name. That's my first name, Camilo Pordalis. But man, that was a great session. You bet your ass I'm going to be using this in Meganova. In some way, shape, or form. And in other tracks. Yep, this sounds like Camilo Pordalis. All right. Insane. Stellar Terpsichore. Well, those who seek purity. Could that be the humans? Or have they already attained purity? I have to correct this one. This is slapo. It's not sapo, it's slapo. Aloy slapo. Well, that was it. That was tonight's session. And yeah, just in time. So, pads. Slap pad. Slappo. Guys, we've reached the end, you and I, of this session. We got some pads. I hope you got completely existential dreaded by the results of this live stream. You bet your ass we're going to be using that in our tunes. And then next year, once you get your hands on it, you'll be able to use it in your tracks. Until then, I've been Paul, aka Modus. We'll see each other again this Friday, October 17th, 2025. At 10 p.m. Central European Summer Time. I believe it's still summertime until like the 23rd or something like that. So yeah, I've been Paul, aka Modus. Have a great rest of your night and week. As always, until next time.